Ivy shed out, and she looks absolutely wonderful. Let's go take a look at her really quick. There certainly has never been a snake that I've fallen in love with more than my girl Ivy. I mean, she is amazing. In her fresh, beautiful shed, I mean, she looks incredible. Both her and Ariana are such wonderful animals. And I just don't know what I would do without her. I mean, definitely the most incredibly special animal when it comes to a snake that I've ever owned. And you guys probably know that we launched a GoFundMe a couple days ago. You guys literally raised $115,000 for me in 24 hours, and it's still growing. I don't know what it's up to now. I'm sure it's a lot more, and I don't know how I can even express my gratitude for you. It's one of the most emotional things that I've seen, the outpouring. I think there was like 3,500 people donated so far as of this morning. Again, probably more now, and although we have a long way to our goal, the support you guys showed me, I mean, I literally have cried so many times thinking about it, and I just love you guys so much for that. Every single person that donated, I just cannot thank you enough for believing in me and believing that I would be able to achieve this dream. Without your support, it could have never happened. And like I said, although we have a long way to go to get to $2.5 million, I know it's going to happen. And I thank you so much for it. I can't even put into words how much I appreciate each and every one of you. I can sometimes sit for hours and just watch these tortoises. They're so weird. I mean, they love to climb. I mean, one's trying to climb on the other one. This guy's just chilling in the water, which, by the way, tortoises need water. A lot of people don't realize it, but it's very important for tortoises' shell development to have a lot of water, and certain tortoises are a higher humidity as well. Redfoot tortoises need a little higher humidity than, say, a sulcata or an African Sperthite type tortoise. You can see how much they love the water, and I can't wait until we actually do build this aquarium and have a giant enclosure for my girl Matilda, so she can climb in the water and play in the water rather than us taking her out and having to soak her and stuff like that. She's going to absolutely love it. But listen, I know that I could. But listen, what's important for me is to inspire you guys, to continue to inspire you guys. There's no doubt that, I could have taken this situation that I'm in. I could have just laid down and given up and not wanted to follow my dreams or not do anything and just feel sorry for myself. I want to inspire you guys that even with such a terrible situation that I'm going through, I'm still going to try to fulfill my dreams. I'm not going to let cancer beat me, and I'm certainly not going to let it dictate my legacy or my future. Family, of course, is the most important thing to me right now. Spending time and members, and whoa, look at this girl right here. This, of course, Hop, the one that laid the eggs just a couple weeks ago, and I think that she's already on food. And this is the reason why you take away the eggs, right? Because those maternal instincts that she's wrapped around the eggs, she wouldn't want to eat. But because she's not around those eggs, she's thinking like, I want food, and that's going to get her healthy and happy again. And although friends and family and spending time is certainly the most important thing to me right now, that doesn't mean that I don't want to still try to fulfill my dreams. I'm trying to kind of keep life as normal as I can for as long as I possibly can. I'm coming to work every day. I love vlogging. I intend on continuing to vlog through this whole process, no matter how long it takes. Of course, there's going to be days where I'm down. I'm going into treatment. In just another week, we start chemo, and I know there's going to be days I'm not feeling up to coming in, and I hope that you guys will support this channel when I'm not here. That Noah's really stepping up. He's going to be a big part of it, but so will Mike and Jessica, and everyone else will be part of this, so please support them while I'm gone. But the fact is that I'm trying to live my life as good as I possibly can and as normal as I can, because listen, I have to keep pushing. I have to keep wanting to achieve things. It gives you purpose in life, and it gives you that fight that you need to get through it. It pained me so much that for the last month we had to put a halt on everything over across the street just because we didn't know. Now that we have pretty much all the answers, the only thing we have to do is fundraise. Will we raise that money, $2.5 million, or at least get close enough to that goal? I have no doubt that we will, because I'm putting all my energy into two things. Right now, I'm putting my energy into battling this disease and beating it the best I can, or at least making it as long as I possibly can. And number two, to get this legacy aquarium done, because it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I know you guys are going to be so proud of it when it's done. And what will it be like when it's done? let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's start with the Reptarium part. As soon as you walk in the aquarium, right to the right, the entrance into the entire thing is going to be basically the Reptarium. What is it going to be like? It's going to be similar to what you're seeing now, but even better. There's going to be bigger enclosures. There's going to be more impressive things. We're going to really learn what we've learned here from our Reptarium experience over the last 4.5 years, and we're going to try to apply it to that to make it absolutely even better. And yes, you'll still be able to come and hold all the animals. You'll be able to do all the things that you're doing here at the Reptarium now. You can take out whole Perdita. You can feed the alligator. You can do all the same things, you know, feeding Elvis, you know, all the things that we offer here at the Reptarium now. You're going to be able to do the exact same thing over there at the start of the whole thing, which will still be the Reptarium. I mean, Salt and Pepper are going to be in a giant 20-foot long enclosure where they'll be out, and we're absolutely going to work on doing a feeding opportunity so you could feed Salt and Pepper. How amazing would that be? Right now, we're not really set up to be able to do that, to be honest with you. But this new enclosure that we're designing and having built, you'll actually be able to feed Salt and Pepper, which will be absolutely incredible. So the Reptarium part stays pretty similar, but even better. And our motto for the aquarium side is that we want your hands to be wet from the time you walk into the aquarium until the time you leave the aquarium. But before we get into the aquarium, we're going to add some more mammals as well. You know, obviously Drogo has been amazing over here at the Reptarium, but we're going to actually add a couple smaller sloths over there, maybe like 6 or 8 month old sloths, and a pair of them. So Drogo will stay here and he'll be able to stay right where he's at. But we'll add a couple sloths. Of course, we're going to bring over Brillo the armadillo because he's amazing, and he's going to get a room this size that you can actually go in and play with him, which is going to be cool. And then we're going to add 2 other mammal rooms, again, about the same size as this. One is called a Tamadua, or a Tamadua, or a Tamandua. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, to be honest, but these are the miniature anteaters. They're going to be so cool. We'll offer opportunities not only to play with it, but that long tongue of them. You can do these like kind of cool test tubes, a little yogurt, and they'll put their tongue in there. It's absolutely amazing. It's going to be really cool. And then we're thinking now maybe about going with an African crested porcupine as the 4th mammal. So there's going to be interactions with mammals that are even better than they are here at the Reptarium. Then let's start talking about the fish. There's going to be so many opportunities for interactions. Obviously a little different than Reptile, but there's going to be predator fish that you can feed. There's going to be koi fish you can feed both on outside the building and inside the building. There's going to be archer fish that actually will spit off food off a little ball that's on a stick that you could do. You can have touch tanks of all kinds of different things. It's going to be super, super interactive. There's going to be just loads of amazing tanks that you can actually just admire the fish, beauty of fish. I mean, you know, just think of all those amazing fish that you see at aquariums. We're going to have all of them here. We're going to try to have the best of the best when it comes to just fish that you can even just look at as well. Then you get into the first of 3 ray tanks. Now, our largest exhibit is going to be 25 feet across, 5 foot tall, on a couple foot pedestal, so it's going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, probably 28,000 gallons. And it's going to be cow-nosed stingrays, a bunch of other fish as well, but you can actually pet these guys, you could feed them, and believe it or not, we're going to allow you to get in and snorkel with rays. I mean, think about that. In the Midwest, in Michigan, getting in, swimming with stingrays. I mean, how cool is that going to be? But that's only one of the 3 types of stingrays we're going to have. We'll have a freshwater touch tank with Leopoldi, which are those really cool black round rays that have diamonds all over them. Really amazing fish. You'll be able to pet them and actually feed those as well. And then lastly, we're going to have a touch tank that's a salt touch tank that has Caribbean rays as well as bamboo sharks and a couple other things. You'll be able to touch them, you'll be able to feed them, you'll be able to do a bunch of interactions. Not to mention we'll have a couple other touch tanks too with like anemones and starfish and stuff like that. Again, keeping your hands wet the entire time. Right here, there's going to be a ton of exhibits. This side is actually going to be freshwater fish, and this side, all the way to that wall, is going to be marine or saltwater fish. There's going to be tons of reef tanks. There's going to be beautiful display tanks, all those beautiful tangs and angels, and all the things that you see at aquariums are going to be in this room here. And then we're going to have right up here is going to be about a 10,000 gallon predator fish pond. That's where you can actually feed the predator fish. Trust me, there is nothing like feeding an arrow arapaima. I mean, it's one of the most exhilarating things in the world. And right here, there's going to be a handful of giant arapaima, and that's right, you're going to have the opportunity here to feed those fish, along with arowana, red-tailed cats, gars. We've got some albino gars that are already at Ohio Fish Rescue waiting for us. So that's going to be this giant predator tank here, all kinds of freshwater fish here. And like I said, you walk into here, into the saltwater area. This is down here where the stingray tank will be, that big stingray tank that you'll be able to actually swim with them, feed them, stuff like that. And then scattered throughout will be a bunch of exhibits that are going to be absolutely incredible. Right here might be one of the most incredible displays that we're going to have in the entire place. It's going to be 28-foot cylinder enclosure. It's going to be on a 3-foot stand, and it's going to be 6 foot tall of viewing. That's 6 foot tall, 28-foot round cylinder that's viewing all the way around, and it's going to be for black-tip reef sharks. Also a bunch of other fish in there too, but this display here is going to take up the majority of this area here with this giant exhibit that you're going to be able to stand up. And yeah, we're going to have opportunities at times to actually feed the sharks. Now again, you can't feed sharks all the time because you can overfeed them, so there's going to be limited numbers of that, but every day there's going to be opportunities to feed every type of fish in some way or another. Again, keeping your hands completely wet the entire time. Speaking about hands wet, I'm pretty excited about this. This wall actually is pushed out about 10 foot here, but remember when I talked about a long time ago, dig site over at the Reptarium, when I was like, hey, I want kind of an area where you can mine for gold? On this wall that's obviously pushed out 10 foot, there's going to be that opportunity where there'll be a little mining area with a big like water tank, and the water tank will run down and it'll go into a river, and then you'll be able to like get a bag of gems and you can pour it in and actually sift through the water. It's going to be really cool. Just another thing to add to the experience. It's all about the experience, and trust me guys, the dream of this place is just absolutely ridiculous. I've been seeing it in my head for 6 or 8 months now. Listen guys, I know we have a long way to go. You know, we've raised a bunch of money, but we have a lot more money to raise. But again, I'm committed to it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure a way to make this thing a reality and hopefully inspire you guys to understand no matter what adversity you're facing, you can still follow your dreams, and that your dreams are so important. One day we're going to be standing in this and it's going to be open. It's going to be open, and I know that I won't be as involved in the building as I want to be, but I'll be here as much as I possibly can be, because this is my dream and I want to make this dream a reality. And I couldn't have done this without you. Every single person that has donated to that GoFundMe now or in the future, you're a part of it. You're a piece of it. And let me know in the comments if there's something you can think of a way to make this dream a reality even more than I'm doing now, because like I said, I am so laser focused on 2 things: beating this battle and being as healthy as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can, and 2, making sure that this legacy aquarium actually comes through. But again, this couldn't even happen if it wasn't for you. So I truly just want you to know how much I absolutely love you, and I want you to be proud of what we're going to achieve here. It's going to be incredible for decades to come. Thank you guys for sending me stuff all the time. Every day I've been getting packages. This is actually from Liana in Delaware, and she said this is chocolate. That we got an albino alligator, which is pretty cool. White chocolate is absolutely amazing, especially Easter coming up. What do we have there? Oh my gosh, we have pepper too. So we have salt and pepper. So we've got obviously milk chocolate and white chocolate, salt and pepper. So again, you guys have been brightening my day, sending me stuff all the time. So thank you so much for these.